spontaneously today went to Cartagena. And Cartagena is very close to Barranquilla. So if you guys decide to come to one of the cities at the coast, you can easily travel to Cartagena or to Santa Marta and meet women and meet people and go on dates. So the guys who have been on our tour this week really, took advantage of the time, said, okay, let's go to Cartagena, let's get to know them. They're actually renting out the penthouse we have from the company. The company has a couple of condos there, and so they're actually staying in one of the penthouses on the 24th floor and with a beautiful view. So if that interests you, reach out to us. We can help you there, even if you're not going on a date. We can rent out that condo, so it's really, really beautiful. And Barranquilla, I'm here right now on the tour. As I said, I'm very excited. It was a really good tour. It was really nice. We had a really good time. We're still having a nice group of guys. And so, yeah, what is it tour? What are we going to do in general tonight? So tonight we're going to talk about that tour, what happened, what couples, the tips I can give you on a tour, the things you shouldn't do. I had a couple of incidences this week, and so I'm going to talk about that as well, live from here, what happened this week, and so that you learn from that experience and don't repeat that same experience, please. But also the do's, right? Not only the don'ts, also the do's, and everything I can tell you to be successful on your tour. I'm going to talk about our upcoming tours because you obviously say, okay, now you talk about Barranquilla, how can I join? So I will give you the dates. And we have a couple of videos for you prepared as well. We have the interviews from women on the, like, in Medellin on the street. We interviewed and asked them what they're looking for in a foreigner, why they're dating maybe foreigners, why is that interesting to them, and also some couple of the women who joined in the agency who just came into the office. We also have a couple that gave us a testimonial, which we're always really happy about our couples and when we get your testimonial. So thank you so much, Michael and Franzi, for sharing that. They met in Medellin and they're really happy. And so we're going to share that with you tonight as well. And we also have a interview with one of the women from our database, one of our newer women prepared. She's 27. Her name is Mariana, and her ID is 218759. This is a live show, guys, so you can ask your questions away. I'm trying to answer them as soon and as many of them as possible. So yeah, try to get your questions in so that I can do that. And yeah, so our tours, I'm just opening up here your link as well so that I can see your questions so that we are ready to go. And yeah, we are running in the middle of everything still today. Probably 70% of the guys went home. I think most of the guys were really happy, had a really good connection, met really nice people. And we have the first couples already. It's still early because today's Wednesday and the tour started last Thursday. The first dates were Thursday evening. So obviously this is all very fresh, but we had a really, good connections already. Two really beautiful socials, big socials, a lot of women. We had a couple of guys. We had one guy who said, oh, I don't know if I can do the second one, not because he already had a connection, just because obviously you meet. We had like 15 tables where you go from table to table every 10 minutes to meet new women. And obviously that is a lot. So we did have a lot of assistants, how you call it, attendance, like a lot of people attending. And so happy about that. Lots of new women as well. So you guys will see a couple of new profiles in the next coming weeks coming up as well. So stay tuned, look at the new profiles. And ask your questions about the tours. As I said, Barranquilla has been really nice this week. The weather was perfect. We did a beautiful city tour on Saturday. So we had the two socials. The arrival was on Thursday. Friday, we had the first social. We had an orientation meeting in the morning. Friday evening had the first social. Saturday morning, we did the city tour. The city tour was nice because it was probably the longest city tour we ever did. Thank you for the patience, guys. But as we are in Carnival, everything is obviously different now. And also some of the women ran a little bit late. So we started not punctual, which is normal here in Colombia. So we went to the Carnival Museum, which was amazing. We went to the souvenir place because there's a souvenir place because the guys went on the carnival on the boat. So we had a boat party, 1,500 people on 6 big boats with live music, dancing, the Carnival Queen. And we got from the souvenirs on the city tour, we got like the carnival t-shirts. Oh, I could show you how those carnival t-shirts look so that you get an idea. I actually wanted to put this little thing here in my hair, but it didn't really. The problem is my hair is just falling down, so we have to get that a little bit professionally more fixed. But this is would be like a carnival decoration here. So for the carnival, everybody's getting ready. They're really beautiful, though. They do these things then in their hair, and you have big ones and crowns, and yeah, it's really, really cool. So I was wearing that actually. I'm going to see Shakira tomorrow, so it's going to be crazy. Shakira's already here, and everybody's really excited. The tour, the town, the city is going. You can see the emotion everywhere. On Sunday, we had not a universe, if not a Shaki-verse. So they did like dances and a museum for Shakira. So everybody's really excited here in Barranquilla because Shakira is from Barranquilla and she has been giving. It's the first time that she does a concert. I think since 12 years. So everybody in the city is like, wow, we're in Carnival, we have the parades. So yeah, we stopped at that souvenir thing. So I got this. I got this beautiful thing at the souvenir thing for the Carnival. The guys got T-shirts, and so we got all ready for Sunday for the boat trip. Everybody was really excited. We had to get up early. It was 7. The girls arrived 7:30 in the morning. We finished the social at like 12:30, 1 a.m. in the morning. So we didn't get a lot of sleep. Got ready on the next day, and the guys were ready with their carnival outfits and the t-shirts, and it was really cool. We got the bus, we went to the boat, we got on the boat and we spent there from 9 to 4, like the whole day partying, dancing. I unfortunately got a little bit seasick, which I usually don't, but this day I got it. But everybody else had a really good time and was really, yeah, with their dates, everybody was dancing and had just fun, it was just fun. Sunshine, wind, river, boat, party, music, you can imagine. Good food. Everything was on the boat. So on the boats, was like planchon, as they say here, like flat boats with tents on it. So we were protected from the sun. And yeah, it was really fun. On Monday, we did a little bit more, we were a little bit more relaxed. We did the pool. The guys cut a couple of girls at the pool. We had a rooftop pool here on that hotel, and the guys went there and had their dates on the pool. That was nice. It was relaxing. And yesterday we had dance lessons, so I went with the guys to the dance lessons, and we danced a little bit of salsa and merengue. And yeah, and just practice because here Barranquilla and in general Colombia, you don't have to be a professional dancer, but the women love when you move and when you when you try, right? When you guys try, I know that lots of you will say, no, I cannot dance. I don't know how to do it. So they will teach you, right? And that's why we did the dance lessons. And also when you come, you can always do dance lessons and take them here. And also with your girl, they are really willing to teach and really happy if they can teach you dancing. Yeah. So our tours are usually like that. The 7-day tours. After the 7 days, we also do a couple of more activities depending on how many guys we're still having in the on the tour. So some of the guys wanted to do bowling, but in the end they decided all to go to Cartagena today and go on dates and rent out the penthouse, I was saying. And yeah, excited about that because obviously it's great to make connections here. But if you have the opportunity to go to Cartagena, get to know the city and maybe go on some more dates. One of the guys was in letters with one of the girls from Cartagena. He went to the Barranquilla tour, but he also wrote letters to one of the girls in Cartagena, and they have been in letters like for 2 months already. So he really wanted to meet that woman. And the others were curious and said, yeah, let's all go together. I think I have a couple of more going tomorrow. I have actually a couple of guys who stay like 3 more weeks. So that is really good. And that would be maybe an advice I can give you also for the tour, to stay as much and as long as possible. Like really stay as long as you can. And if not, come back as soon as possible. Yeah. So let me see what I have here in my list for tonight. The upcoming tours. Okay, the upcoming tour dates. Let me give them to you, and then I get into what we shouldn't do and what we should do on a tour. How much were the tickets to go see Shakira? Sheen is saying. Sreen is saying, I don't know, it's a nickname. How much were the tickets? So I purchased them. I tried to get them when they were on the pre-sale. So we had to register. You had to get the link, you had to register, then you got into the sale, the direct sale. I tried that for 4 days, didn't get any tickets. So yeah, unfortunately, I had to buy them from a different person who obviously charged double. So the tickets originally were $100. I paid 200, which is quite still cheap, but I'm not really that close, right? I'm somewhere, I don't know, somewhere up there. I don't know what the tickets are selling right now, but I bought them, as I said, right away, like right the week when they went out. I imagine that this week it will be much more expensive, but I'm sure if you're here and if you're in front of the stadium, you can probably still get them, but it's not that easy and probably they get now more expensive. But what I can see in the US, I think I looked them up for Miami. I think the cheapest were like $500. So $200 is still really cheap, right? So yeah, but for Colombians, $200 is obviously for Colombia is not cheap. But yeah, but as I said, I don't have any VIP tickets or anything. I'm just somewhere up in the stadium. It's going to be in the huge soccer stadium of the Junior Football Club. So I think there will be a lot of Bunit. Hi Bunit, how are you doing? I missed you on this tour. I missed you. I'm sure you get all the updates already, so you get all the rumors. Bunit is saying, wow, Maria got Shakira tickets. That's crazy. Yeah, I wanted to see her. I really wanted to see her in Barranquilla because, as I said, it's her hometown. She was born here. And yeah, everybody's really excited. The city today was saying, haven't you been outside? The city's going crazy. I said, no, I was just in this hotel the whole week attending clients. I haven't, but I hope tomorrow to celebrate a little bit and yeah, get to see her. So that's exciting. Um, so yeah, but the upcoming tours, so I got sidetracked here from your comments. So thank you for sending the comments in and hi to Bunit and everybody else. Rodolfo, good luck, Maria. Thank you, Rodolfo. And great that you're tuning in and thank you for your comments as usual. It's always great to read from you. So let me pull up the upcoming tour dates in case you say, yeah, I do want to go as well. I want to do also these activities. I want to meet women and I want to find my girlfriend, partner, wife. As I said, we already have probably 3, 4 already in a not saying relationship, but focused on one woman. So that's good. And we're getting more. I'm pretty sure we're getting more in the next couple of weeks. So that is already really, really good. And I have the feeling it's going to be, some of them will last. So we will see what's going to happen. It's still really fresh. So if you say, guys, I would like to go, our next tour is already in 2.5 weeks. I'm already organizing Medellin. We already have the hotel reserved. We have the venue reserved. We're already inviting the woman. We're already getting in touch with you guys. We have still space on our Medellin tour. So if you want to sign up for Medellin, go ahead and don't hesitate. It's going to be amazing. You're going to have a great time. You're going to meet great people and you're going to be safe. Okay, I know that a lot of you say, oh, it's dangerous in Colombia and can I really do it? And is it not too dangerous for me or will something happen to me? And guys, we're doing this for a long time and you get picked up at the airport, you get the hotel reserved by us. The hotel is very close to our office. You are very safe in the environment we are in. We're going to take care of you. All the women are registered with their ID and their Colombian ID, the same as you guys. We get all your passport information as well so that we know who's obviously dating who. The girls are provided with your background check. The women are also checked. So on our Colombian websites, if they had any criminal background, so we check that as well. And you guys will going to be very safe always, especially when you listen to us. And the only thing where to be a little bit careful is maybe go out by your own completely and totally wasted, right? That is not a good idea anywhere in the world. And so, but if you want to go out with friends, with the other guys, and we do like you will be having an amazing time in Medellin. And Medellin is an amazing city. It's beautiful. It's spring weather. It's always nice. It's always warm. The people are really friendly. It's a city where you have a lot of opportunities and like a lot of opportunities to do things, like to meet people, but also to explore the city, to travel, to discover. the food is really good, and the people are just amazing. Like the people from Medellin are just really, really cool and really nice and really friendly and really service oriented. And it's always a pleasure to be in Medellin. So that tour will going to start on March 6th. So still spaces left. If you say, okay, I couldn't do now February Barranquilla, but I really want to go and I want to get some sun and a little bit good weather as well before I mean, it's getting better now. In the next couple of months, it's going to get spring. We have spring, but still a little bit cold. There's still a lot of snow. I saw pictures these days. I have a couple of guys said, "Oh no, I should go home now," but there's just snow. I want to stay. I said, just stay. And so they were able to do that. That's why they also wanted to go to Cartagena and get to know Cartagena a little bit. So Medellin, March 6th, and then we have the Peru tours, Costa Rica tours as well. Then we have Cartagena in April. Cartagena is amazing. I lived in Cartagena for 4 years. Can definitely recommend as well. Beautiful, beautiful city. Amazing beaches, great islands, great old town, really nice. Right at the ocean. We have Medellin in June again. Then we have Barranquilla in July. Yeah, so the ones who couldn't make Barranquilla now, reserve July. The teachers, that's your tour, because the teachers always complain, you never have a tour in July, we never can go. So that is the teacher tour. So in case your teachers are watching and you want to take a vacation, Barranquilla would be the city to go. And then we have August, Cartagena, September, Medellin, and then Barranquilla and Cartagena again in October and November. So you're going to have a lot of opportunities to come this year. You don't have an excuse. I'm going to show you also, I don't think we have that footage from Barranquilla yet ready from this. We had a lot of interviews. I did a lot of interviews with the guys as well. And all of them always said, like, don't think about it. Just come, just travel, just do it. Don't just sit and watch the video. Do it. You don't regret it. You won't regret it. It's great. It's great. It's great. So that is the common sense we always get when I do the interviews, especially the men who experience the whole week and say, yeah, why did I wait for so long? So definitely something. It's time to make that decision, and the only thing you really need is to reserve your airplane, your spot on the tour, and your plane ticket, and that is everything. And you don't really need much more. The rest we organize the dates, we organize the socials, we organize the activities, we organize the city tour, we organize everything. So you really don't have to do a lot. Just make the decision and that's it. So yeah, so let me see what we are doing now. My next point here is what not to do and what to do on a tour. Let me see. And some of you guys were writing something here, so let me see if you have a couple of questions. Let me see. Too bad Shakira already has a boyfriend. Yes. Which city has the most loyal woman? Maria, good evening. Kenneth Augustus Walker is asking, good evening. Are the hotel rooms single or double occupancy? So the rooms are, when we reserve them for you, is usually like here, you can see I have right now 2 beds, right? But the guys had one room with one big bed. So I can show you that here. Okay, so this is, for example, how the room looks. So the guys had a room with 1 bed. I had a room with 2 beds, but the men had all 1 bed with a king size bed. Does this work like that? Yeah, with a king size bed, and it's very modern. This hotel is new. We haven't been in this hotel before. The hotel is new. It's like 2 or 3 years old. We haven't been here before. We haven't done socials here before, but it was amazing. Really good, really beautiful, really clean. Smells really nice. The social was really nice. The venue is really nice. The attention of the hotel was really nice. The waiters were really good. So I think we're going to do the next tours probably here too. Air conditioning great, hot water great, really no complaints. Breakfast was good, food in general was good, food on the social was really good. So really great place. And so yeah, but the rooms are usually 1 big bed and it's single occupancy. But if you want to reserve, like if you want to get 2 people in the room, then you just register at the reception and then you can do that. So you could do 2 as well. So no problem. You just have to register. Okay. So yeah, let me maybe get into what to do and not to do on the tour. And then meanwhile, you can send a couple of more questions in, and then I'm going to reply them. So what to do and what not to do on a tour. So this week I had a couple of incidents, and it's normal. We always have one or two clients where it can be a little bit more difficult, because we're dealing obviously with human beings and everybody is a different universe, right? But there are some things that can really help you to be more successful and get more out of your dating experience here. So one of them is really be really nice to the staff and to the women. So that sounds like a normal thing to do, but it doesn't necessarily happen. So we had a couple of things where I would say why being so like that, especially with the stuff and also with the woman. We're all here to help you. And maybe not everything will go your way right away. And maybe the culture is different. That's why you date here. You're not dating in your own culture. You're traveling abroad to learn new things and have new experiences. And obviously, those things will not always be like you are used to, right? So, having a little bit of patience and also try not to assume that everybody is like you, right? And so if you're in a different culture and there's some things that don't work your way, then just be nice and we try to solve it. There was nothing really bad, but like people just like da 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 and da da da. I think, okay, no problem, but let's talk about it. But it's like this a little bit difficult attitude. So just try to be a little bit nice and have a little bit of patience, because obviously, as I said, you're not in the same culture. Yeah. Then be really nice to the woman and don't, yeah, like, I don't know, don't be cheap, don't be cheap. I mean, why are you so cheap? So, like, be nice, be respectful, be kind, and also treat them well, even if you don't feel a connection. I think that's where we're going. Because obviously, if you have a good connection with that woman and you like her, most of you guys are not having a problem, right? But if you are on a date and you don't have a connection with that woman, that can happen. I mean, it's a date, right? And the date you go, you meet, and you're going to figure out if you like each other or not. But you should treat every date and every woman as a special one, even if there's no connection, especially in Latin America. Maybe in other countries of the world, that is a little bit different. But here in Colombia, if you're not a gentleman, if you're not attentive, if you're not nice, if you're not kind, if you're not treating the people nice, if you don't treat the waiters nice, if you're not nice to the staff, the woman notice and they will let you know, and then it's not going to get you anywhere. So, and even if you see a woman that you go on a date with, and within 10 minutes, you know that she's not going to be your match, just end the date. Like, be a couple, like, be there half an hour, 1 hour, drink your coffee, eat your meal, and then you say politely, okay, thank you so much. I have to get going now, but not just dismiss somebody, like, oh, 10 minutes, oh, bye, I don't see it, ciao. I had a woman crying this week in the office because the man was so rude, and I don't want the woman crying in the office here. I want the woman to be happy and to make good connections, even if it's not the love of your life. The idea is to leave the place better than you found it, right? Leave the people better than you found them. Don't make them worse just because you're there, because you feel entitled to whatever. And so I think this is very logical, but it still happens from time to time. And it's really not a nice experience for the rest, for everybody. And yeah, and so also expecting that a woman will have sex with you, this is not a sex tour, right? So I want that to make clear that this is not a sex tour. If you're looking for sex, then go somewhere else. This is not the place. The woman here want a man who wants a relationship. They want to date, they want to meet, they want to marry, they want family. Most of them are really serious about why they're here and why they're not dating somewhere else. And they look for you as foreigners, especially because you're more serious, because you treat them well, because you are very nice, you treat them with respect, right? And wanting sex after the first, second, or third date, that is not necessarily going to happen. And a good woman is not going to have sex with you after the first date. Most of them, I mean, I would say from my experience. So it's a process, right? You get to know the person. It's a process. You date her a little bit, you get to know her, and if things then obviously fall into place, that's great. But you cannot come with the expectation, say, okay, I'm going to be on the date for 10 minutes and then I'm going to have, she will be attracted to me and then I'm going to have another date and then I have sex or kiss her or whatever. Of course, you can hold hands maybe, or maybe she will give you a little hug, but you also have to read the body language of the woman and not just because she's in the moment of feeling comfortable saying bye. Like, it just doesn't work like that, and it won't work like that, and that person won't have really much of success. um so yeah, just talking about that a little bit, what you shouldn't do. So like, be always a gentleman. Be always a gentleman. You're dating out of your country because you're looking for a traditional woman, because you're looking for somebody who is affectionate and taking care of you and all of that. But you also have to give it time. The person will not be affectionate and taking care of you like after the first date, right? There's a courtshipping, like there is a, how you call that, courtshipping, I think, right? Like where you try to like get to know the person and make the effort and do some flowers or some chocolates and invite her and be a gentleman, pay for the dinner. Don't only do coffee. Like, the woman come from far away, the woman come from far away. You come from far away, but they come also from far away in the city. Some of them live an hour away, 40 minutes away, paying for their taxi. That is something that is not very normal in your culture. But here it's goes a long way. And if you can, and if you make a woman come 1 hour to then tell her you're just going to drink a coffee and after 10 minutes, bye, it's just frustrating, for her. She has to get ready. You know how much time she needs in the bathroom. You know how much time it gets, like, the hair done, like, it is an effort, guys, what the women are doing. You guys, you put some cologne on, you shower, you put the shirt on, put some little bit fresh water in your face, and that's it. We women do the hair, the nails, the makeup, the clothing, the shoes, the high heels, the thing, la la la. Like, there's a lot of things we do as women, and it takes a while to get ready for a date, and it costs money to get ready for a date. So just expecting that everybody is like in the US and can just afford everything and can just come, and that is just not realistic. So I mean, most of you guys are not like that, and what I'm saying right now is just a very few percentage, but I'm just wanted to tell you that this is not going to work. And so if you want to be successful, this is a culture where every woman says, and please listen, a detail-oriented gentleman. If you read the profiles on the website, they all say, I'm looking for this detail-oriented gentleman. What is a detail-oriented gentleman? It's not so difficult to make a woman fall in love with you here in Latin America. It takes you a little bit to get her trust. That's the other thing. That's why maybe some of you think, okay, it's going to be fast and I can get what I want. No, the women have been through a lot here. The men have not been treating them always really well, and the women don't trust always men. So to win her trust, that takes a little bit of time. I'm not saying the woman has to be dating you for months and drag that thing out. Also not. But give it the natural time it needs to get to know a person and to feel comfortable with each other. So, and obviously after the third date, you might get a kiss, right? I'm not saying you might get sex, but you might get a kiss and it might go further step by step, right? So, but you here, like, if you want to really date and marry somebody here, the idea is to connect also on emotional level and to see if you're compatible long term, and the guys I have seen most success, like the most successful guys have been the guys who have been patient, kind, respectful, a gentleman, attentive, generous, and not having like a I'm giving and I'm receiving. Like, I'm having this plan, so if I'm doing this, I will get this. Like, this is a little bit of a manipulation, right? And and so the men I have seen is like genuine. They are interested in meeting, they making good connections, they treating the woman well, they have fun, they don't take it as serious, and then they usually have really good outcome. Like, most of the guys on this tour have a really good outcome, and most of the guys of this tour were really nice guys. Walking Dots, greetings from a German. Hey, Walking Dots, currently in Australia. Oh, wow, you're far away. So time difference, we are like morning for you, right? Or what time is it? So yeah, great that you're tuning in from Australia. Welcome. And always lovely and cute, the Colombian woman. Yes, definitely. What Americans are not taught how to be a gentleman. This is good that you're telling the men what not to do. Keep doing this, please, Maria. You're welcome, Ron. Yes, the gentleman is what the Latin man really. The Latin man might not be always faithful and not always be loyal, but they are gentlemen and they are attentive and they are romantic. So, and what does attentive mean and what is a gentleman? A gentleman is somebody who takes care of that person, who wants to make that person feel good, and really treat her as a special lady, right? The woman here wants to feel special. Even if you're dating 20 different women, that's okay. But make her feel special in the moment you're dating her. Opening the car door, opening the door of the restaurant, taking the chair out so that she can sit down. Nice words, compliment her. Oh, your hair is looking amazing today. Oh, I love your earrings. Oh, the color is great, whatever. Right? So give her a little compliments. She loves to hear that. She loves to hear that she's beautiful and that you acknowledge the effort she put in to get ready for you, because she did that for you. So if you tell her that, you're going to win a lot of plus points. Paying the bill, obviously, that is on you. She will never, ever share the bill with you. And not also on the second or third or fourth or fifth date. That's not going to happen. You pay the bill. You are responsible for that. You pay the Uber. You pay the taxi. You're responsible for that. You make sure that she gets home safely. That as a gentleman, he cares about that person. Attentive means also in the communication. Afterwards, writing, did you arrive well home? It was good seeing you. Initiating the communication, writing, the man is the one writes, the man is the one who's doing the first step. Don't wait that she does the first step. It's a traditional culture. You want that, so you have to behave like in the traditional culture. And that's where some of you guys get confused, because now you're not knowing how a traditional culture sometimes work, and you're expecting that what works in other cultures, and that is not really working here. You cannot really do too much here. That's the other thing. Some of you guys are afraid that you do too much, and that's not really the case here. You don't really bother the woman. The women are used to men who are very intense, like Colombian men call and write all the time, like all the time. So it's like in the next message. And obviously you don't have to bombard her with messages, but if you know that your competition, which are the Colombian men still, because she lives here in Colombia, they give her a lot of attention. They give her a lot of messages. They tell her a lot that she's beautiful. They call her, they send her flowers. They send her chocolates. So be a little bit more like a Colombian man in the gentleman and attentive behavior. Like really play the game, do the dating game, do that, and the communication is important. Ask her the questions. Did you eat? Did you have lunch? How's your mom doing? How's your family? How are you? And really care about her. What are her struggles? What are her problems? What is her, if she says, my child is sick. Yeah, that can be a manipulation to get money from you, but maybe her child is really sick. So then just offer to pay for 20,000 pesos, $5, some medicaments. It's not going to make you poor if you already spent $5,000 on the tour. You can pay $5 for medicaments. You will not lose a lot there, right? And if she takes advantage of you, I mean, my God, she took advantage of $5. So there's an advantage and an advantage, right? So you don't have to give her the money in cash, but you can order a Rappi and you can send her the drug from the drugstore, and she can get, I don't know, a pill for her headache, or her child is sick and she needs some whatever. He has a cough, whatever, right? So just being there and showing, hey, I'm the man. I'm at your side. I protect you. I care about you, and I will be here. That's what the woman wants. And even if you just had a first date with her, it's the first impression you're making. So it sounds all very complicated. It is really not. It's just being attentive to her, writing her, communicating to her, smell really nice, good cologne. You guys had really good cologne this week. So that was really nice. Cologne in Colombia is a big plus. In other countries, maybe not, but here, the more the better. So put a lot of cologne, smell really nice, and some little details from time to time. A nice message, some little flowers, a little chocolate, some magnets from where on the souvenir shop. Hey, do you want a little whatever blouse? As I said, it doesn't have to be a lot of money, but it's about thinking about her. Oh, look, I saw this for your child. Maybe here, get this for you. Doesn't matter if you don't end up in a relationship, right? But you're already showing this. And she's going to talk about her girlfriends about that, and they will approve it, and etc. and so on. So if you guys have questions about being a gentleman, what to do, what not to do, you let me know. But it's really important here. If you're not really a gentleman and you don't know how to do it, then just watch a couple of videos, right? What does a gentleman do? How should I treat a woman? There's nowadays so much things out there in the internet. You can just Google and just watch a couple of videos how to treat a Colombian woman, how to treat a Latin woman, what Latin women love, what Latin women hate, and yeah, and so that is like we all want to feel like princesses. It's just what we want, right? We want to feel like that the man cares. It's not saying princess in this way that we don't do anything. Like the women do a lot here. The women work, take care of the children, take care of the household, clean, whatever, cook, do a lot of things to the woman here. But still inside, we want to feel that the man is treating us like a princess, right? Or like a queen, if you want to say it. We don't have to exaggerate it, but just, like this. Then the other way comes, oh, what is the woman doing for me? The woman is doing a lot, will do a lot for you, right? But it's about being that old-fashioned way. Okay. The tour is $5,000. What is included in that, Big Dave? The tour is 3,500 to 5,000, depending how long you stay. So let me look at the price one more time for this year. So yes, we have 3,500 was the Barranquilla tour, or let's say in July. Medellin in June is 3,600 for the 7 day, 4,100 for the 10 day, and 4,600 for the 14 day. And Barranquilla for the July 14 days is 4,495, so less than 5,000. What is included? Included is, for example, in the 14 days, right, you have the hotel included, 13 nights of hotel. If you do the 7 days, you have 6 nights of hotel included with breakfast. You have the airport pickup included. You have unlimited introductions included. You can go on as many dates as you want and meet as many women as you want. You have 2 fully catered socials included with drinks and food, where you meet around 80 to 100 single women per night. You meet a lot of women. And you have the city tour included. And then we do a couple of additional activities that are not included that you pay extra, but we try to keep it as a really good price for you. So that is all included in the tours. You get obviously 24/7 basically staff assistance and help. We have our office set up. We had it set up here right in the hotel, which was really nice because the guys didn't have to go to the office. We were all week we were here. So I'm saying I never been out of this hotel, I think, this week, except for the city tour and except for the boat trip, but that was all, by bus. So yeah, we're going to explore the city this week, the rest of the weekend. But yeah, that is included. So it's 3,500 for the 7 days, and then for the 10 day and 14 days, a little bit more expensive. But as I said, you have unlimited introduction. You meet as many women as you would like to meet. I had one of the clients today said, and today's like what, Wednesday, that I have been already on like 13 dates, and I'm having, I don't know, what should I do now? Should I keep on dating more? Should I go out with more? Or should I narrow it down? So I sat down with him, and he had like a really good connection with some, and said, then let's start focusing on that, or maybe the top 5, out from the 13. Maybe from those five you can keep on repeating and repeating, and then we will see next week who's going to be your favorite. The goodest thing is he's still staying another 2 weeks. So that's why I'm saying the longer you can stay, if you can do the 14 days, then do the 14 days. If you can even stay longer, you plan the 14 days and then you do another week after. You can do that with or without us, so you can reserve the hotel 6-7 days longer, and then you can just stay longer and you can keep on dating. Okay. So hold the line. Love isn't always on time for the man and the woman. Yeah, love isn't always on time for the hold the line. Love isn't always on time for men and the woman. So I don't know, Rodolfo, if you refer to the punctuality. Yes, the women are not really punctual here. So be prepared that they're running late in half an hour, 1 hour. So that is another thing, you guys. Obviously, the woman shouldn't do that, right? So I'm not saying that everything the women are doing is totally fine. So it's not great that you have to wait an hour. And we try as much as we can. And I'm sorry, I got distracted here with the questions. Running late an hour, that is obviously not great. And I don't think that's a really good quality to run an hour late and let you wait. And especially you, as I said, come from far away. But believe me, we tell them every single time, and especially on the activities. That's why we also left late for the city tour. We came back late. We went to the beach, which was amazing. I just think I didn't say that. We went to the beach. It was really cool. We had lunch there, but we had to drive out and drive back. And as we started a little bit late because we had to wait for the woman. So it's not only you, we also are affected by that. And obviously that's a little bit frustrating, but just come with the mindset that it's going to happen. It's cultural, unfortunately, and she doesn't mean it personally. So it's not that she is because she wants to make damage to you. No, it's not a culture that plans too much. And so obviously everybody knows there's traffic, but it's not that you leave an hour earlier if you know there's traffic. Like you leave and then there's traffic and then you're late. So sometimes you just have to let it play it by ear. You have to be flexible. This culture teaches you to be patient and flexible. And in the end, that's some good qualities to be patient and flexible. And I think you're going to get to life much easier if you are that. So that's why I'm saying the ones who had maybe a bad time this week is because a little bit of open mind and flexibility, and also a little bit of being kind and nice, as I said, goes a long way here. Okay. Uh, how to take care and give details if she's far away. I'm always afraid that 10 other men are also sending her details. Yeah, music, this is a good question, and that's obviously not easy, right? So I wouldn't maybe send, so if you had a good connection this week, and for example, you meet somebody and you liked really that woman, and you will feel that what is the connection really like. Obviously, in 1 week, it's going to be really short. So when I send details, then do details, not do big gifts. What is a detail? I mean, how much is maybe the maximum you can spend on that? $50, $80, maybe something like that. So, and it's not always about like sending the flowers or something like that. It's sometimes just about, hey, what do you need, right? Do you need some food? I can order you some food. Or just a little detail, for example, there's an app called like Uber Eats, like there's an app called Hirapi. And if you have that, you can order, for example, a day, like you see that she has, I don't know, she and her children, I don't know, need some food. You order a pizza and you send that pizza home to her. But how much is that pizza? $20? But that detail that you thought about her, oh, why not ordering her a pizza? She will be happy with her kids sharing that. Her mom is coming tonight. They can maybe watch a movie and maybe, I don't know, buy her the Netflix membership. Right? Those things are a detail. Doesn't have to be $100. And those things make women really, oh, he cares about me. Oh, he thinks about, oh, with my family, we can share pizza now, watch a movie, you know. Um, just those little things. It doesn't have to be always a huge spa treatment of $500. But maybe you can see she's really stressed at work and she has a lot of things to do. Why not get her a massage? A massage is here like $30 an hour. It's not expensive, right? Or you know that she loves to make her hair and her makeup. Here in a makeup store, it's like, I don't know, $50, to make makeup and hair. It's not that much. Or you know that she's been a lot with the work with her children and she needs a day off. I don't know, say, honey, I'm going to get you a babysitter. I'm sending here and I sent you $20 to get a babysitter and go with your friends and have a coffee. It's just about thinking about her, because a lot of the women struggle here. They have a hard life. They do a lot. And if they feel that this man is there to make their life a little bit easier, and to help them really and have this, I'm not saying the financial, if not the emotional support, because the fact that somebody thinks about you and says, hey, why not watching this movie with your family. And or it's sometimes doesn't even have to be you. Like it's if it's Christmas, and you see, okay, there are a lot of, I don't know, children in need, and you tell her, hey, I'm buying a couple of gifts for you, but also for the children in your neighborhood. Those things. Because here this is a custom that the people who can afford it help in the neighborhoods for Christmas and get presents for the children in the neighborhoods who have not the means to do so. So those things are thoughtful, and she will appreciate that. Um, I don't know. But obviously sending all every week now flowers and chocolates and everything, and you're not sure about the connection with her and if maybe other men are sending these too. I mean, it's possible that you compete with other men, and it's possible that obviously that's going to be at some point not not getting you somewhere. So it doesn't mean that all the things you do might always end up in the relationship. But as I said, it's part of the courtshiping. Like, as I said, the Colombian men also send flowers and also do these things, but they know that there are also other men. I mean, it's part of the competition. It's part of the game. Like, okay, if he sends the flowers, I can send the bigger flowers, right? I'm not saying that has to be the case. And you don't always know if she gets the flowers from somebody else. But I think if you're constantly there, be it in text messages and just being there, helping her, and I'm not saying like she should take advantage of you. That's obviously a big fear you guys are having. And obviously there's a balance, right? There's not, I'm saying not buying iPhones, don't buy those things, don't buy cars, apartments, things like that. I'm talking really about smaller things. But you will see if you get not a lot from her back, if you don't get a lot of messages or thank you or honey, I'm thinking about you. But because you see the woman, they will give you something back. If they feel that you care about her, she will care about you. So if you after a couple of those where you really were the gentleman and really do that and you don't get it back, then don't keep on doing it, right? It's not about that she can take advantage of you or she manipulates. But sometimes like to be a little bit ahead of the game, and with that you will be ahead of the game. Brunit is asking, Maria, when a Colombiana says they want a man who's detailed and a retailer, can you explain what they mean? Detailed, exactly, detail-oriented. It's the gentleman. Let's like the details, the Netflix, I'm thinking of you, the Rappi, maybe the restaurant, maybe the pizza I was just mentioning, all that. That's the details, Some little flowers, some chocolates on Valentine's Day, those things. That are the details. Retailer is about like the financial, that you are somebody who takes care of the family, that you're the one who provides. Traditionally, the man is the provider, the woman is the one who takes care of the home, right? Obviously, that has changed a little bit. The woman also works and can provide for herself, but when she has a man on her side, she always here in Latin America expects that the man is the provider. So the retailer, the one who gives the money, who gives the stability, the financial stability, and she gives all the emotional and the beauty of the home and the everything, like the love and the care of the home, right? And that is still pretty much. I mean, as I said, the men also. I'm not saying there might be some men said, "Hey, I paid the meal and she even paid the taxi." I wouldn't expect that, but if she does, that's nice, right? But you are the bigger part, definitely, of the provider. Probably 90% of the providing will be you. Okay, so just have that clear. And I mean, you're dating in a country which is a little bit more poor, so probably that is normal for you, or you expect that. Okay. So I'm talking a lot. Thank you for listening. And let's maybe I think we have an interview tonight from Women Why They're Dating Foreigners. So let's listen to that video. And then we can go from there, and then you can listen to the woman, and let's do like 2 videos together right now. We do the what woman expecting on the, like what we did on the street and in the office. And then also our testimonial of the couple, Michael and Franzi. And then I'll be back to answer your questions, guys.
¿Bien con un hombre extranjero?
Sí.
Sí. Sí.
Sí.
Sí.
Sí.
¿Qué les atrae más de un hombre extranjero?
Que son muy detallistas y muy amorosos.
A mí me atrae que sí, el aspecto físico son muy lindos y también conocer otra cultura me gustaría mucho.
Bueno, a mí que son muy detallistas y son altos, son lindos.
A mí sí, el físico, que son diferentes a los de acá.
Que como persona, ellos tienen como la forma de ser muy diferente a como somos nosotros, pero mientras él sea respetuoso y lleve todo a su debido tiempo, me llamaría mucho la atención.
Me atraería que me enseñe cosas nuevas de la cultura de la persona, eso me gustaría.
¿Qué cualidad debe tener un extranjero para conquistar?
Tiene que ser muy activo, o sea, de cualquier país del mundo tiene que ser una persona muy activa y muy conversadora.
Que sea demasiado respetuoso y muy cariñoso.
Sí, que sea caballeroso y ante todo tolerante.
Que sea caballeroso, respetuoso, detallista, amable.
Sí, que sea caballeroso y respetuoso.
Físicamente que sea muy organizado, la sonrisa me parece que es algo
Fundamental.
fundamental. y que, pues, no sé cómo decirlo.
¿Qué?
Que tenga, porque si yo soy una persona que estoy dispuesta a darle a él, también quiero recibir de él.
Si un extranjero te gusta, ¿cómo lo enamorarías? Mostrándole el buen trato, el cómo, no sé.
Como somos acá en nuestra cultura, todo.
Eso, lo que podríamos lograr, lo que podríamos conocer, no sé.
Pues yo con mi carisma, mi alegría, yo soy una mujer muy amorosa, entonces lo conquistaría así dándole mucho amor y obviamente respeto.
Bueno, a mí me gusta mucho mimarlos. Yo lo mimaría bastante y lo respetaría mucho también.
Yo no, con mucho amor. Pues es que yo soy más bien como simple, pero sí, con mucho amor.
Sí, siendo cariñosa, amorosa, respetándolo, demostrándole pues la cultura de acá.
Yo creería que yo a una extranjera lo enamoraría por mi forma de ser, siendo tierna, cariñosa, tratándolo bien, haciéndolo sentir muy especial.
Siendo muy amable, muy atenta y muy cariñosa.
No sé, saliendo con él, conversando, hablando, dándole algún detalle, de pronto una persona que lo tiene todo, algún detalle mínimo lo puede llenar, puede ser.
Siendo muy honesta, realmente digamos que siempre he creído que las cosas fluyen entre las personas, creo muchísimo en la energía, entonces no me gusta forzarlo. Es más como si la persona realmente me interesa, pues me gusta estar pendiente, ser comunicativa, pasar tiempo juntos, conocernos y que las cosas como que se vayan dando poco a poco.
Yo creo que nosotras las paisas tenemos algo muy puntual para llamar la atención de ellos, pero no sé, siento que me esforzaría muchísimo porque ellos piensan que por ser extranjeros tienen que darnos a nosotras, entonces me gustaría que él se sintiera como especial de que nosotras también podemos darles a ellos.
Hola, my name is Michael. I'm born and raised in New York. I'm 21 years old with 28 years experience, so if you're good at math, you can figure that out. I have recently relocated to Medellin from Florida. This is my 4th visit, and I hope to make this my home away from home.
What motivated you to join a foreign affair?
So I tend to be a person that when I'm interested in something, I will invest a bunch of time investigating, reading, watching videos, testimonials. And I can't tell you how I stumbled across AFA. It was either a YouTube video or a search on the internet. But as I explored the website and saw the content and understood better what AFA was offering, as well as the testimonials from people, other clients, my confidence grew more and more. I also had an opportunity to interact with your founder, John Adams, and that meant a lot to me when somebody who started the company was willing to make time for me to answer my questions.
How was your experience meeting your partner for the first time on the tour organized by a foreign affair?
So I got to meet Francie at the second social, and I saw her right away sitting at a table before the event started, and she saw me, and we would make eyes, but I did not walk over to her and contact her. I waited my turn till it was time to sit at that table and interact. The funny thing that happened is when my translator was done telling a little bit about me, I asked the women to each take a turn and tell me a little bit about themselves. And the one woman sitting at the table said, "There is no reason for us to tell about ourselves. We know you're here only interested in one woman." And it made me laugh, and I asked, "Does it say Francie on my forehead?"
What differences did you find between what you learned about her through the letters, and how was the in-person meeting?
So Francie and I did not interact that many times via the letter. So I found her in a search of the database, based on my search criteria. I wrote to her one time, introduced myself, explained to her that I was coming to Medellin for the tour. And I would like the opportunity to meet her. I didn't know whether she would participate in any of the socials, but regardless, I would love the opportunity to get to know her. She wrote me back. I think I wrote one more time when I was getting closer to coming to Medellin for my first time for the tour. But as you know, they don't always tell you who's invited and whether the women you would like to come to one of the socials have accepted or not, right? They keep that kind of classified or a secret. And so it was a surprise for me to see her on the second night at the social, and we got to interact a little bit. But obviously, when you have to move around and make time for each table and meet other guests there, I didn't get to invest too much time with her. But from then on is when we started to grow the relationship.
How would you describe the transition from letter communication to a face-to-face relationship? Was it easy to adapt?
As I mentioned, Francie and I did not exchange a lot of letters prior to me visiting here. So I didn't learn a lot about her. I accepted what was in her profile. She said she was pleased to meet me and looking forward to meeting me. So I just waited for the social. At the social, she was as beautiful as in her pictures. So I was pleased to know that there's not a bunch of filters used in the girls' photos. There were other women that I recognized at the social either night, and they looked like their pictures. So that says something for how AFA represents the women that they have on their site. And so for the communication, Francie speaks Spanish and no English, and Michael speaks English and un poquito Spanish. So we use a translator a lot. We used a translator on our first date. She was very nervous, but we made a commitment to work towards learning each other's language. And here we are, 5 months later, and we continue to communicate as best we can. And if there's a will, there's a way. That's what I will tell you.
What aspects of Colombian culture and life in Medellin surprised you when you moved and started your relationship here?
So I think I mentioned that I'm a person that tends to immerse myself. So I will do the research, I will read up, I will watch videos. So there were many things that I had learned about Medellin before I got here, including that not many people speak English, but I was very surprised when I go to the bank or to the phone company to open an account that nobody can help me or speak English. So it's very different in the United States. There will be at least one person that speaks Spanish in most businesses to help for non-English speaking people. The country is as beautiful as they told me it would be. I did not spend a lot of time sightseeing. I focused my time here on AFA, but also seeing what life would be like living here. So I went to look at apartments, I went to the supermarket, I joined the gym. I wanted to spend my time seeing what it would be like for me to live here, knowing that if I relocate here, I will have the rest of my life to do the sightseeing. So the people and the culture are all very friendly and helpful. I have made more friends here in Medellin in the few visits that I've had over the past 5 months than I had made in Florida in 2.5 years.
What challenges did you face in forming a relationship with a Colombian woman, if any, compared to your previous relationships?
I would say that the biggest challenge is obviously the language barrier. And I met a lot of nice women during the 2 socials, many of which spoke English. They were very self-conscious about their English. My English is not so good, but their English was fine. I could understand them. So trying to grow a relationship between somebody that lives in a different country with a different culture and a different way of life can be challenging. But as I said, all of that can be overcome. The language barrier was difficult for us, so we use a lot of translator. But we made a commitment. We FaceTimed every day that it was possible to try and just visit with each other and ask each other about our daily lives. How was your day today? How did this go? What's going on? And as normal as you could, having a long distance relationship with two people that don't speak the same language.
How has your perspective on international relationships changed after your experience with a foreign affair?
So after my first tour with AFA, and seeing that AFA was everything it said it was, everything that it advertises and it tells you about the services, the commitments it makes, it lived up to my expectations. It actually exceeded my expectations. The people were very nice. It was a great opportunity to visit another country, to meet people from a different culture, a different language. And I don't have a problem with international dating. It's frustrating for the distance or the language barrier, but as I said before, there is nothing gained if you don't take a chance.
What advice would you give to other men who are considering using a foreign affair to meet women in Colombia?
So for the other men out there that have researched AFA and maybe invested in some time in the profiles or writing the girls, that part is great. It's building a foundation. It's getting more familiar with the website and the tools and things that are available to you. But at the end of the day, you're not going to be able to form a relationship from many miles away. You're going to have to come here. The women want to know that you're willing to invest time in getting to know them and their country, their family, the things that are important to them. I think it would be difficult or a stretch for a man from another country to want to come here one time, meet a woman, and then expect her to pack up everything and move to the country that they live in. That would be unrealistic. I think there needs to be some compromise and meeting in the middle and make a commitment to try and learn about each other and then see where it goes from there.
Now that you are in Medellin, how do you plan to take your relationship to the next level?
Okay, so since I have returned to Medellin with the intention of staying here and buying an apartment and making this my home away from home, I think our relationship is elevated because we're able to be involved in each other's daily lives. So before we used to have to count down the days to when is going to be my next visit to Colombia. We have to do video chat or just messaging through WhatsApp. But now we can do things together, whether it's to go to the grocery store or run errands or help me open a bank account, or I'm having trouble with my phone service. We can do things like a normal couple that would do things together when they're in the same place. Again, we still have the language barrier, but we're still able to enjoy each other's company and better understand our personalities, how we communicate, what we enjoy doing, so all of that is much better since I'm here.
What would you say to someone who is hesitant about participating in a tour or using the letter service of a foreign affair?
There's anyone that knows me that knows that I think very highly of AFA. I've actually been a part of 2 tours. I went to Costa Rica approximately 5 years ago and then to Colombia late in 2024. Each experience was a good one. My experience here in Medellin, a little bit better, and that's why I've decided to relocate here. But for the men that are skeptical, I understand, it's their money, it's far away. Is AFA just trying to make money? They come here, then they don't meet anyone or they don't have a good time. I think it's almost impossible not to meet someone when you come here, even if it's just to grow a friendship. I came here with an open mind that every connection is not going to be a love connection, okay? There are going to be women that are interested in me that I'm not interested in them romantically, but I'm always open to making friends. And so for me, AFA worked 100%. I've made some good friends. I have made a love connection. And as I said, it's everything I thought it would be and more. If you don't want to get caught up in writing the letters forever. I wrote letters to many people. It helped me get to know them. It helped me to know whether this is somebody I want to get to know more. But there are going to be other women you have the opportunity to meet when you go to the social, and you want to give those people a chance. The events that you have planned, the dates that your AFA is willing to help set up in all different types of atmospheres is really helpful. So like I said, I don't think that you can help but be successful. I can't guarantee you love on your first visit to any AFA social or AFA event, but I don't think you'll be disappointed. There will be many opportunities. It's up to the client to determine what they want to do with those opportunities.
So you guys, we're back. I hope you enjoyed the interviews, and I hope you get a little bit more insight from our couple and also from our women. And I hope you enjoyed that. I see you have sent a couple of more questions in, so I'm going to answer the last questions for tonight. And then we're going to end the show with our interview with Mariana. I give you the ID in a moment. So in case you like Mariana, you can obviously meet her, reach out to her. All our women on the website. Wednesdays, we always have the new profiles coming up. Maybe some of you already looked into that. If not, go on our website, loveme.com or foreignaffair.com or colombianwomen.com. They have different websites, but go on the website and then you can see the new profiles. And also if you see Mariana tonight or some of the women you liked, we can obviously get you in touch with them. So you can go on dates with them, you can write them letters, you can do a video call with them. So definitely it's worth it to explore that and not just watch the video and say, oh, she's really nice. Oh yeah, that would be a good woman for me. If that would be a good woman for you, then do this step. We talked about what you men should do. You men are the ones who initiate the thing. She cannot initiate it, so you have to be the one reaching out to her. And so, yeah, just encourage you. Kevin, can you mute yourself, please? Thank you. So you reach out to her, you get to know her, and the women are really receptive, like really approachable. That's what you guys always love when you come to Colombia, how approachable the people are. It's not like in other parts of the world where it's really difficult to get in touch with the people. No, they are really open. They really love to talk to you. And just do that. And reach out to them. If you don't know, you can write an email. You see my email address here, info@colombia@gmail.com. You can reach out to us. You can reach out to our main office in Phoenix, 602-553-8178 if you want to call. And then you can do the extension 2010 or 2018. And then you get to me or the Medellin office. So just reach out and then we can help you. So let me get into the questions. Rodolfo's asking, where's the new office in Medellin? Our office is since a couple of years in the Hotel du Parc. So we haven't moved there. We moved, when did we move? Like 3 years ago? I don't know how long, 2 years ago? I don't know, but we haven't moved since then. So that's the same place. So don't worry, just come there and we help you. And as I said, like you can reach out, send an email, and then we can get you the address to the office. No problem. Let me see the last questions here, guys, what you were asking. Is there a way to meet women from Venezuela on AFA? I know it's close to Colombia, just wondering if Americans cross there with no issues. No, you cannot cross there without any issues, and you shouldn't really go there. Not really recommended, and especially now. Unfortunately, the president is still the president again, and it's not really a good relationship. I don't know, it might change at some point, but I don't know if that changed, but before... I think Americans needed a visa. I think the only place where you could issue that visa was in Washington. So complicated, not really recommended, definitely would not go there. Definitely go to Colombia, not really to Venezuela. Maybe the woman from Venezuela can travel to Colombia. Some live at the border. So they come there by bus. I have one woman, she is, for example, right now with a VIP client in a call, and she lives right at the border, so she can take a bus and can come to Colombia. for some of them, Venezuela is a really big country, so it depends where she is. But you could fly her to Colombia, but it might be a little bit expensive, and also not all of them have a passport. And the Venezuelan passport is one of the most expensive passports in the world. So it's not that you cannot get it, but it takes all time. So it's not the easiest country to date in right now. So would not really. I mean, we have a lot of Venezuelan women in Colombia. We have a lot of Venezuelan women in our database. So if you look on the Colombian data, in the Colombian profiles, in Barranquilla, at the coast, also in Medellin, we have a lot of women that are from Venezuela. You wouldn't probably even notice, like she might say it in her profile, because it's like brothers and sisters. Like the countries are very similar from the culture, from the looks, from the food. So you wouldn't really tell the difference. But yeah, we do have a lot in already living in Colombia. So if you would like to meet somebody from Venezuela, you can do that in Colombia, not in Venezuela. I see a lot of younger ladies on the side for Colombia. I'm for 51. What is the lowest I can date without any big issues? I would say 35. Next question. Which city has the lawyer woman? I heard a few bad things about Medellin, so I'm not sure how safe the other cities or towns are. They're all safe. I don't know. I mean, Medellin, as I said, like when you go with us on the tour, you will be feeling pretty safe. Medellin is like all the cities, like in Barranquilla. Barranquilla is safe in the places where we are, but there are also neighborhoods where it's not safe at all. The same as in Cartagena. If you stay in the old town, it's very safe. If you go outside of the old town, it's not that safe. So in the neighborhoods, it's not that safe. But you stay in the touristy places. As touristy places are big, and especially at the coast, and especially when you go out of the bigger cities, like the villages are really safe. The national parks, like here, the Tayrona National Park, everything around that, it's really, really safe. So it depends where you are. But to answer the question, which city has the loyal women? I would probably say Barranquilla and Cartagena also. Depends on the woman, probably as well. But in general, I would say the women are very oriented to the marriage and to the family. So once you are with that woman and you have that nuclear, the family, I think they're pretty loyal to you, and especially if they had bad experience, if they had a bad relationship before. But I would probably say they're a little bit more family oriented at the coast. But I don't know if I would say it per city. Where you refer to maybe in Medellin, as the women are sometimes a little bit more superficial, maybe a little bit more spoiled, maybe because there's a lot of tourism, a lot of foreigners, and so maybe that, but that wouldn't say they are not loyal. So depends a little bit on the woman. I think you can find loyal women everywhere, and you can find not loyal women everywhere. So I think it's a little bit about the woman you're choosing. How did the new manager do this on this tour? Yes, I remember her from 2 years ago. Yes, Maria Fernanda is doing great. She has been working with us for a long time, for years. She has been doing the whole social media, everything for recruiting the woman, and now she's our manager in Barranquilla. And so she did a great job. She organized the whole tour. It was really, really good. Like we had a really, really, really good tour. It was really great. Kenneth is asking, good evening, are the hotel rooms single or double occupancy? You asked that already, but I saw that some of you guys, I think I confused you. So obviously you guys get a private room. You don't have to share rooms with another client. You get each room and you get a big bed. That what I was saying is I have a room, but I have 2 beds, but every man has a single room where he sleeps alone. You don't have to share with anybody, no. You get your own room, you get your big bed. And as I said, if you want that a woman joins you in that room, you can register her at the reception. And then you might pay additional something for the breakfast. But yeah, you definitely 1 client per room. Yeah, you don't have to share rooms. Rodolfo is saying, Polar Bear 65 is saying, greetings to everyone. Hi, Polar Bear. Nice that you're right. And thank you for watching tonight. Rodolfo is saying, if I meet a woman in Medellin, I will be quiet all the time because I'm shy. Rodolfo, then I would recommend you to take a translator with you on the date, because that can help you to get a little bit the ice broken, and that she can help you with the conversations a little bit, and like to get that thing a little bit more, the conversation flowing. So, but don't worry, we have a lot of shy clients, and it's not a bad thing. But get some help from the translator, and it makes you more at ease. Not sure, Blue Warrior 33, not sure if I misunderstood, but if you join the tour, do you get your own hotel room, right? Yes, you get your own hotel room. Music is saying this guy is smart. We have to move there fast within 6 months if we want to make a real connections. Long distance relationship have an expiration. Someone has to move fairly quickly to make it work. Yes, I agree to a certain point. You cannot do a long distance relationship for a long time here. Like you can do it for a couple of months, but it's very important to move forward with a relationship and also visit regularly. You cannot just come on a tour and then you come back in 6 months and you may just stay just 1 week. That's not enough because the communication and the connection might not be deep enough because you may have not enough time to repeat the dates with her. So what I would recommend you is stay 10 days, 14 days if possible, and then come back after 2 or 3 months. If you can come back earlier, better. But if you can do it 2 or 3 months, that would be fine. And then in the 2 or 3 months, you keep a lot of communication, a lot of talking, a lot of texting, the details, like the little gestures, all that she feels she has a partner, that she feels that person is there and not only just talking. And the woman here, and in general, this culture is a culture that loves to hug, to touch, is very warm, and like just talking and not doing anything together, they get bored. So like they love to go out to a restaurant, to do things with you, to explore their country, to spend time with you, to have that quality time as a partner. And obviously in a long distance relationship that can work for a while, but yeah, it will not work forever. So definitely, and also moving forward, like letting her always know I'm coming back then and then. Like when you're on this trip, already know when you're coming back. Like already have the date kind of set. Maybe you don't have to know 15th of July, but okay, I'll be back in July. And then you'll be back in July, And when you're in July, you say, I'll be back in September, and then you'll be back in September. So she can always have something to look forward to. And also, yeah, like you have to also give her the thing that she sees that you're going to want to be with her. So maybe talking about the visa, the engagement, the marriage would be something rather soon, not saying you have to hurry, but rather soon than waiting. For example, I had this week a client, the same thing, like he went on a date with a woman, he really liked her, and they both already older. And I called the woman because he was afterwards really interested in her, and she like kind of gave us an excuse all the time, like, no, I'm not having the time, I'm really occupied, like what's going on, because it was a good date. And then I called her and say, hey, what's going on with you? Why are you not wanting to go out with this man again? Because I thought you had a great date. Yeah, I really liked him and we had a great connection and we really vibed really well, but I had the feeling that he's not really wanting to move forward at some point with a visa. He said he's not going to do papers with anybody. And like, I really want to have that serious relationship and I really want to have the man by my side. And if I'm not be able to be with him in the different country, I don't want that long distance forever. So she was actually the one like saying, like, if he's not really serious about moving forward with the process, I don't want to keep on dating him. And so for the woman, that's important to have that look forward. I'm not saying you have to talk about papers and visas right away, because that might cause a, something. But yeah, if you feel comfortable with her and if you have that great relationship with her and you like her and she likes you, you should at least talk about it. When would be the time? When would you feel comfortable? When I would be comfortable? And then also set a date at some point, because you have to keep in mind you're not going to make her lose her time forever. If she waits for you here for a year. And I had another client, I'm not talking about clients for today or tonight, but I had a VIP client right now. He came only once. And the woman is still waiting, and I think has been now 2 years. And she is kind of bored now, obviously, and it's normal. I mean, at some point you want to that the things move forward, right? So move things forward. Don't drag your feet always, but don't rush. Okay, balance. Balance is the key. Okay. I heard the women do not like to be in cold places like the United States. Is that true? No, that's not true. Especially the ones who live in hot places sometimes, like, oh, I would love to experience the cold. They have not experienced it. Maybe then they would say, oh, why did I say that? But no, some of them really want to have no problem. Some do say, I don't want to lie to you, some do say, I really love my culture and I love my climate. And if I move, I would love to have something different, something similar. I don't know if I can live in the snow. Or something like that. Some say it, but most of them are really like open and would love to experience 4 different seasons. Here we have only basically 1 season, maybe 2, the rainy season and the dry season. The rest of the year it's always warm and it's always the same. And maybe some wind right now. But generally they have not experienced the 4 seasons, so they are very open to that. I haven't, like, we have right now a VIP client, and we're actually asking that question: do you have a problem moving to the coast, because he's living close to Canada? And no, most of them say no, they don't have any problems. So yeah. So guys, if you have any more questions in the next couple of weeks upcoming, I will be back with you in 2 weeks on the next show, and that will be right before our social in Medellin starts. So basically, this is the opportunity for you to sign up for that Medellin tour. If you haven't, say, yeah, I would love to meet the woman. I would love to get some advice from you while I'm on that tour, and I really would like that you guys help me. It's a good place to go. Medellin is a great city, as I said. Don't be afraid. It's an amazing, I mean, I traveled alone to Medellin when I was 24. Yeah, and I fell in love, and I was a blonde German woman alone in Colombia without speaking the language. So if I was able to do it, I'm pretty sure you can do it, especially with the help of us, where everything is organized. So don't hesitate. If you see women you like, just go, make a connection, get to know them, learn about yourself, learn about the dating, learn about the culture, learn about the woman. Just have fun. And be a gentleman, be attentive, as we said, like treat the people nice, leave the place better than you left it, leave the people better than you found them, than you left them, than you found them before. I think that is a rule you can do all over the world, in any place you travel to, be it for dating or be it just on a holiday. Like, really make a good impression for your country. I think that was a little bit the concerns for the guys this week. Like, oh my God, this man is like making a really bad impression for us, for the whole group, for all us Americans. We don't want that. We had actually guys who were like, no, let me take care of that. I don't want that. This is the impression you're all getting. So I think that's important. Like, keep in mind that everything you do goes also back to your country, right? So we want to make the best impression, and we want to bring the best of you guys here to meet the best of the women here. And so, yeah, that's, I think, was enough today. I think I gave you a lot of tips. I hope you had a great show. I had a great show. If you have more questions, just reach out to us. We're always here to help you guys. And we end the show tonight with an interview of Mariana. Her ID is 218759. She is from Medellin. So if you want to meet her on the tour, you can meet her on the tour. And I see you guys in 2 weeks, right before the social, right before the tour starts. And so make sure you sign up, come, travel. We're excited to meet you, and it was a pleasure to be here tonight. Bye bye, and see you soon.
Hola, mi nombre es Mariana, tengo 27 años, trabajo como analista financiera. Estudio administración financiera. En mis tiempos libres me encanta hacer ejercicio, leer y yoga. También meditar, escuchar mucho música. Tengo para ofrecer estabilidad. Soy una mujer atenta, cariñosa. Soy una persona alegre, paciente, amorosa. Mi cita ideal: me gustaría en un buen lugar, que me traten respetuosamente, que nos conozcamos lentamente. Mi corazón se gana siendo muy respetuosos, respetando sobre todo mi espacio, brindándome mucha paz, felicidad, se huela bueno, que sea súper atento, detallista y sobre todo cariñoso. Invito a todos los caballeros a que conozcan Colombia, su cultura. Estoy abierta también a recibir sus mensajes, llamadas, y aquí los espero.
Medellin is known not only for its incredible culture and landscapes, but also for the warmth and beauty of its women. Here, you'll find genuine connections, laughter, and perhaps the beginning of a great love story. This tour is more to explore a vibrant city, feel unique emotions, and meet people who will leave a lasting impression on your heart. Dare to take the leap, to seek that special connection, and to live moments you'll cherish forever. Medellin awaits you with open arms and the promise of true love. Reserve your spot today. Visit us at medellindating.com. Telephone receiver call us at +1 602 555 38178. Envelope email us at offmedellin.com. Round Push Fin in Colombia. Contact Manuela at +57 350 437 2537. Medellin, March 6, 2025. The city of love and beauty is waiting for you. Cartagena Latin Tour, April 24th, 2025. Can you picture yourself in one of the most romantic cities in the world, meeting the woman of your dreams? Cartagena, Colombia, a city that blends colonial charm, vibrant culture, and breathtaking sunsets over the Caribbean Sea. And on April 24th, we're giving you the chance to experience it all during our exclusive Cartagena Latin Tour. Imagine walking through the cobblestone streets of this magical city, hand in hand with someone special. From colorful plazas to enchanting ocean views, every corner of Cartagena invites you to connect, laugh, and fall in love. This is more than a tour. It's your opportunity to create unforgettable memories and meet the most captivating women Colombia has to offer. Reserve your spot now. Visit us at cartagenadating.com. Call our Phoenix office, +1 602 553 8178. Email us at afacartagena@gmail.com. If you're in Colombia, contact our Cartagena office manager, ladies, at +57 315 408 6376. Cartagena, April 24th, 2025. Love awaits you in this magical city.